Hey guys, it's Paula from Vonna's Crafty Designs, and I thought today we might get into our journal a little bit and do a little bit of decorating. And I've got some stickers that I ordered from Temu that I thought I would show you. We might can use them in our little journal too. It is raining outside. Can you all hear the rain? I don't know if you can, but that's wonderful because it's been so dry and we've needed the rain for sure. All right, I'm gonna pull the camera down and we're gonna just kind of mess with our junk journal for a little while. Hold on. All right, here we are. Now, if there's some shadow, it's probably because I'm over here in my little corner of the living room and I get some shadows. I try to work with the lighting, but that doesn't always seem to work for me. So I'm sorry if the lighting isn't the best on this camera. Hold on, let me see if I can do a little bit different. Yeah, I don't think I helped a whole lot, but that's okay. It'll be all right. You still can see, I hope. Here is our junk journal where we put the little diamond art. This was a 20 by 20 that I put together, and I did seal it and put it on front of this book and use the book for a junk journal. That's what I'm working on, and I thought I would take you all with me on this little journey. So we have one page done for sure, and we need to work on some other pages. I like to work throughout to kind of balance things out because it makes it easier. Right in here, which I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this bottom half down, and these two pages will become a pocket, and that's kind of my thought. And so I think that will turn out good. The one side is glued, but I thought, you know what, I'm gonna try to glue this bottom part. Now, sometimes on my little funnels here, they get stuck. So I take a straight pin, you know, like a hat pin or whatever, and I push it down in there and kind of open up my glue. That happens. They dry up a little bit. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come in here and get this hopefully for you all to see. As we know, one side is pretty well glued together. This may need a little extra glue, and that's okay. We can do that. We can put a little extra glue on here. And we're gonna make like a little pocket pouch. I think that will be awesome. And put a little glue down this edge also. This glue I'm using is called glitter glue. It doesn't have glitter in it. It's just the name of the company. But yeah, I was thinking, you know what? That would make a pretty good little pouch there. And there we go. So that we got a pouch. I need something to mark this with, don't I? Let me put this up here also. Get it some extra glue going there. So yeah, and what I'll do is I will mark that, and I don't have anything to mark it with. Hold on just a minute. All right, thought I would get my little circle punch, and I'm sure you guys have seen these out anywhere. You can get them at Walmart, you can get them online, wherever you would like to get any type of punch. But I think what I'm going to do to kind of document that this is a pocket so that I know or someone else knows, I think I'm going to come in here. Probably would have been easier before I glued it, but that's okay. With a little bit of a snip, just like that. And then I will take this brown ink and I will just kind of ink that up. And then that way when I'm going through here, I'll be able to determine that, hey, I have a little pocket right here. And that will be nice. You know, I can stick stuff down in here like just maybe some extra pictures or something I just want to keep. Maybe I've went somewhere to a movie or whatever and I want to keep the ticket. So that's kind of my idea there. I thought that would be nice. And as you know, I'm using Distress ink. It is photo. You can see that. I know there's a lot of shadowing. It is raining, and there's the lighting at this time of day, you know. So I'm just gonna kind of ink this up a little bit more. I want it to look kind of antique-y, and that's what the good thing about ink is. It kind of gives it an antique look, if y'all can see that. Yep. So we made a little pocket pouch right here, real easy. We just glued these two together here, made a glue line on this page. This is all glued on, and then we left this top open. So there's that, we got that. All right, let's go through here and see what else we can do. Right here, I have a crease here, and someone said, that don't look good, and it don't. It don't look good, you're right. So what I was thinking I would do is possibly take some of this extra material here, listen to me, this extra paper here, and mark it and cover this up. So I need a pencil. I do best with pencils. Some people can do it without. I do best with pencils. But I'm going to start right here. That's the top part. I'm going to come down here, and I'm just going to give a little piece just above that, okay? Just right here, about right there. I'm going to get my scissors. And then I'm just going to cut straight across. I got to figure out how to work this. And I'm not the straightest cutter, so, you know. But this is handmade, and it doesn't have to be perfection. Handmade items tend to have their own personality. And that's why I like them, you know. When I buy a handmade item, I like it because someone took the time to put it together and do it by hand, which is awesome. All right, let's see. So we've got this part. I want this sunflower in here. So I'm gonna kind of fold this over. And what I did is I made sure that I had just a little bit, if you can see that, just a little bit of an edge there, because I'm going to highlight that with more ink. And I'm going to fold this over, and we're going to, I need to fold it over a little bit more. There we go. Here's my edge here. I'm going to try to make it straight. If my book won't drive me crazy, I'll make me a little edge here, just like this. And then I'm going to come down through here and cut that edge right along through there. Okay. Now this paper was double-sided. It's a little bit thicker, and I was looking, if y'all can tell, that side's pretty just as well as this side. But I'm thinking this side is what I want to put in here, and we're just going to put it right on this little level. We still have our pocket. We don't see the ugly crinkle line anymore. And I think what I'm going to do before I put this on here is I'm going to go ahead and go around. Yeah, I'm fighting with this book. Going ahead and going around the edge of this particular thing. And I tell you why. I kind of want to get rid of the white that's part of the paper, you know? There's a lot of shadow in this. Sorry, guys. It's kind of where I'm at, and I've tried to turn lights on, and then when I get some lights on, they make such bad glare. Okay, so we have this. Let's see. Hold on just a minute. All right, I'm not sure if that helps, but we're gonna try that light out. How's that? Maybe you can see better. And it might put more shadow on. I don't know. I don't know. I tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take this because I don't want to get my ink on the inside of this page. I'm gonna put this back side of this on here, and I'm just gonna, whoop, and it slipped. I'm gonna put a little bit of yellow ink right along through this curve here. So that way, if, and then I think I'm gonna put some brown too because I kind of want the mixture. So if you come to a point, you know, that you've got a pocket and you're like, what am I gonna do? Because I don't want, the ink on this part, but I want it on that part. Well, you just put your little cover paper there. And I'm gonna glue this way anyway, so nobody's ever gonna see that ink on the back side. See what I mean? So it kind of inked it up already. I'm gonna take my glue and I'm gonna go over this pretty good. Just like that. Maybe a little bit down here on the edge. And put that right in there. Push it up to the edge. Glue that baby down right there. All right, and now we have this beautiful cover for our little slide-in pocket. We don't have that ugly wrinkle anymore because we have covered it up. Yay us. So anyway, that is kind of what I want to show you. Also, I thought we might put another piece or two. This is something that I created from, it was just a little brown bag. And I had these little images and I cut them out. I fussy cut them and just kind of collaged them. I got some book page, looks like dictionary. And then I kind of did similar to that. I did put some like gold splatter, and I did a little bit of sewing. And I haven't had my sewing machine out for a little bit because we're remodeling. But I thought about putting this in here. I don't really think though we have any pinks in here. So I'm not so sure I want to put this in, which I can take it out and put it somewhere else. I don't have to put it in there. But I do want this little guy in here. We might put him over here in the corner and we could put something else in that pocket if we wanted to. We could do that, right? We can. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my brown ink again and I'm just gonna kind of ink my edges. I ink as I go. I know a lot of people will ink the whole thing that they want inked and then they'll go back, but I don't. I ink as I go, I do. I'm jarring the table, I'm sorry. Kind of heavy-handed on the ink. All right, so I think I'm gonna put it over here in this little corner. And what I'm gonna do is just put some glue on the back. I had purchased some of these little bags, I think from Amazon, and I may have them somewhere in a container. I don't think I've used them all, but they're really neat to get a little paper bag and to decorate it up and then use it as a pocket. It's a neat idea. All right, and I also purchased, and I was going to show you, I purchased some stickers from Temu, I do believe, a bunch of different kinds. And this one's already coming off, so we'll use it. I was thinking possibly, after I have gotten all my collage done, it's nice to put some wording on, you know, your design. I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit more glue on the back of this, even though it is sticky because it was raised up off the paper. But I'm thinking I'm gonna just kind of put it right here. It says, "Be kind always." Isn't that most truthful? Be kind always. Hopefully you can see that. I've got just collages of different kinds of paper. I've got a little butterfly sticker We got the little pitcher, well, I guess it's a pitcher. It's a watering can with a little bird and the sunflower. And then we put Be Kind Always. So there we go. And it's a layering effect. That is what a lot of this particular art or craft is, and I call it an art because I consider it mixed media. Anyway, so you can get you some stickers. They're not hard to find on Amazon or Temu, and use those. They have a lot of nice ones. And then I have this, and I made it from just a piece of an index card, you know, and it's got coffee stained sprinkles on it. That's another process, coffee dyeing, and that is a neat thing to do. Maybe eventually we'll look at it, but you can always look at coffee dyeing on a lot of junk journal channels for sure. Just type in coffee dyeing paper, you'll find it. But I can still write on that, even with it copied, you know, even with the coffee on it, I can still write on it if I want. And then on this side, we've put some little dots on it. It's got a piece of lace, just scraps, basically, scraps of things I found, some different scraps of papers. There's, you know, a good way to use up scrap paper, and I really like being kind of thrifty and using what I have for sure. Now I can just use this as an index card where I just stick it in a pocket and pull it out when put a note on it. But I have fancied it up pretty good. So if I wanted to, I could come through here somewhere. I could glue it on the bottom of the page and we could use it as a pocket. And I'm thinking that's what I would like to do. So we don't have to use that. We will use it as a pocket. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some more brown ink. It looks like brown is prominent. Now every once in a while I put some of this, it's called Fossilized Amber. It's the yellow look that I really like. Fossilized Amber. And I will put it in also, you know. But I think this one here will make a very nice little pocket. So what I'm going to do, because it's so fancy, look, it's got all the fancy stuff on it. So when I make a pocket, I hold one side that I want to be the pocket with my thumb, and the other three sides I line with glue. And then we'll just put that right down there. Whoop. And I just poured it and went every which way with it. So we'll have to let it sit there and dry for a few minutes, kind of hold it down. So I thought today we might work a little bit more in the junk journal. I know we don't do it a lot, this, you know, but it is a craft I love, and I don't get too rushed with my junk journals. But I got some more I'd like to show you, and I'm sure I will. But now we have a pocket for sure. See, if we wanted to, we could stick this right in here. So anyway, we've got that. We're just kind of going through this and putting things in. Here was, you know, a pocket, but we also can pull this little thing off here, this little safety, it's not a safety pin, it is a clip, paper clip, and we've got a hidden place to journal right there. And it looks like a little envelope. So yeah, I put some yellow on this one, and I'm thinking I may kind of tone that down with a little bit of brown. So what, I mean, it's okay to mix colors if you like, you know, if you want to put another color in lightly, that's okay. Do you know, do what you like. All right, so we're coming right along. We put a few more things in our Diamond Art junk journal. That's what I call it. And we'll tie that off with this. These are really nice. They're just crinkle binding. And we'll tie that off. There we go. All right, so I also wanted to show you before I got off this video for today, I wanted to show you some more of the stickers that I purchased. Whoop, And I just knocked that off onto the floor. Yay me. But look here. Y'all know I'm into fall right now. I'm into fall. I got several fall stickers. These will be good. I'm sure I will use them for many different things. Aren't these pretty? Look at the turkey. I know. I'm fall obsessed. But I got several of these. I think these were 50 of these. I think for all of these stickers, and I've got well over 1,000 stickers altogether, I am sure. But for all of these stickers, oh gosh, I think I gave 30 bucks maybe. And this one is more of, like it says, it's your times, a lot of positive type of wording. You know, besties forever, trust yourself, enjoy the moment. A lot of those great stickers. I give these to kids at, well, not just kids. I give them to friends also. I got some more of those wording stickers. And some more. Welcome, just different things. So, yeah. Bunch of great stickers in a pack. And there's more. And this says, no, there's more there. Let's see, there's Winnie the Pooh. I am a Pooh fan for sure. I got Pooh stickers. These say, my spirit is free and full of light. So these are a lot of words, a lot of different words and phrases, positive phrases. The same here. And, whoop, I dropped that. This says, you're in grace. A lot of inspirational type things. I am with you always. This would be Matthew 26:20. Isn't that a nice one? Be the light. And then, of course, I had to get some more fall, and I have got this big roll of different types of pumpkins. Pumpkins. Love it. Love it. All right, so I got all of these, and I got one more pack of inspirational ones on the floor, and I need to get these in a box so that they don't go everywhere, which is important, right? All right, well, I thought I would share a little bit on the junk journaling and a few of the stickers that I bought, just a few. I hope that you're having a blessed day. Be safe, be happy, be blessed, and like, subscribe, and share. If you like the journaling, let me know. Let me know, in the comments. I don't try to do real long videos. You can get rambling and talking and get going and look up and it's been 30 minutes. So I'm trying to stay within that 30-minute mark for sure. And I got glue on my fingers, so now I can feel it. But remember to stay safe and do well. I guess, I don't know where that came from. But anyway, be blessed. And until next time, see ya.